Hi guys, and we are happy to be back with you for a new episode of Books and Life. Today we're not going to present a book per se, but we're going to give you some tips and tricks. We're going to share together some tips and tricks on how to start a personal reading culture or improve, increase a personal reading culture. So when we talk about reading, we have already said it numerous times and we say it again. If you are following us on our YouTube page, the link is in our description. Reading is really something that you have to demystify. A lot of people, when you ask them, they're like, I really wish I can read, but I don't have the time, the myth of time that can hypnotize a lot of us. And we've been there, done that. And we are still in the journey of recovering from that hypnotism. So that illusion that we do not have the time. So we usually tell to people, you know what, the truth is that you read every day. When you walk around the streets, you see newspaper that are hung and you read the main title, or on the billboards, you read the main title. That's reading. So stop taking reading as something that is so stiff and so complicated. So that's the first thing. The second thing now, and that's actually what you want, is that you want to read in a consistent manner. You want to read, okay, I've started this document. I read page 1 yesterday. I want to read page 2 today. That's what you want. But when it comes to reading per se, you read every day. And you have to come into terms with that. And you have to agree with that with yourself that you're actually reading every day, but you want to go a step further. And this is where people like us, Books and Life, intervene. So, first and foremost, when it comes to reading, the first tip that I will give you is that read what you like. We have already said it and we say it again. Read what you are really inclined to. Maybe it may be an inclination because you want results in your life. It may be an inclination that is indeed because of passion, but whatever the case is, read about a topic, a subject that actually intrigue you, that you are actually hunger to know better. It may be on finances, it may be on marketing, it may be on cooking, it may be on beauty, it may be a biography or autobiography, it may be on sports, it may be on I don't know, planting, agriculture, architecture, it may be business owning, whatever is the topic right now that you are like, there is a need for a change in my life and I need to know more about this topic. It may be about relationships. I need to know more about this. And when it comes to relationship, taking an example of that, I need to know how to date, or I need to know the psychology of a man or a woman. Then you have already narrowed down in the field where you need to go and check a book. I don't know if you understand what just happened. You have that questioning about relationship and you want better relationship. And in particular, when it comes to relationship, you want to know how to handle the season of singleness. You want to know what the psychology of a man or a woman. You want to know how to date. You have already narrowed down the 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 field where you actually want to get the book. So now if you are looking for a book, you will know, okay, I want a book that will talk to me about how to handle the season of singleness, or I want a book that will talk to me, that will teach me or enlighten me about how to date, or I want a book that will enlighten me about the psychology of a man or a woman. You have already narrowed down the funnel to be more precise, more accurate, and therefore more efficient. So that's the first thing. Read on a subject that you are really hungry about, and that's really something that will help, because you need to love the subject, especially when you are like either reigniting your personal reading culture or starting your personal reading culture. When the horses are already on full force, that's another thing. But in the beginning or in the reignition, you want already that the topic should be easy for you to flow in, easy for you to get interested in. Number two, you want to read aloud. Yeah, you want to read aloud. Reading aloud will help you with focus. Reading aloud will help you with better memory of that which you have read. And reading aloud will also help you to I want to say to personalize the conversation that you are having with the author. We have said it and we say it one more again. Maybe we have not said it on this platform, probably in our platform on YouTube, we said that, is that when you read a book, when you have a book in your hand, when you have a book in your hand, the thing is, you are having, and that's the author of Dr. Sean Smith who said it, that reading is a communication soul to soul. When you are reading an author, it's bigger than when watching a video of him. Because he said there are things that because of editing, because of some constraint, technical constraint, they were not able to put in the book. But because of that soul-to-soul communication that is happening while you are reading, there are things that the author could not put in the book because of technical, constraint. There are things that the author did not put in the book because at the moment that he was writing the book, he didn't yet have that knowledge, that awareness. And there are things that after he has written the book, he discovered even more about that topic. All that, you have the opportunity, the privilege to have that living transmission, soul-to-soul communication with the author when you read the book. There is, I think, a part of face-to-face encounter, there is nothing else that can give you that. Apart the face-to-face encounter, there is nothing else that can give you that soul-to-soul communication. And reading aloud will help you. Reading aloud will also help you, but that will be another trick for another day, to better, we come to it another day. And then the other tip that I can give you is that choose to finish a chapter. When you start a chapter, make sure that you do not close back the book without have finishing the chapter. It will help you at least that the next time you are coming up, you are coming with a new chapter. And that tip, by the way, was given to us by Alex Omunzi in one of his books. I think it's the second book, 100 Million Leads, where he says always make sure, if you know that you are struggling with reading and you don't want to be the kind that starts books and never finish them, make sure that you always finish the chapter. You start the chapter, you finish it. It doesn't matter if the chapter is only 1 page or 2 pages, but just make sure that you always finish the chapter. The other point is almost in the same point, is consistency. We can relate it with the fact that you decide that, okay, I will always finish the chapter. And the third main point, which is probably one of the saving point, especially when you reignite or start a personal reading culture, will be accountability. You need to be accountable to somebody, and the accountability can take very interesting shape that can make it very very exciting. Like, you are reading this particular book and you tell, I don't know, your BF, your best friend, your mother, that person that you know that you can go to and say, I'm reading this book. You give the person the title and you say, when I will be done, I will give you a summary. Did you hear that? When I will be done, I will give you a summary. You can even go further in the accountability and say, I will finish the book in 1 month and I will give you the summary. Now you have told to another person, I'm going to read the book, I'm going to finish the book, and I'm going to give you a summary. So now you are under obligation to read the book, to finish the book, because you have a summary to give to someone. You don't want to appear like a fool, like, I've given this person my word and I'm not watching over my word. What's happening? The person will be like, but you told me that you have 1 month to read the book and you come up and tell me what's the book all about. So what's happening? You don't want to look like you are not serious. So only because of that internal pressure, like on subconscious pressure, you'll be like, let me just read this book and finish it because I've already given my word. And that's the way doing it with different people will help you in the beginning, to have that kind of obligation of fulfilling your word, putting your word to action to actually sustain your personal reading culture. We leave it there for now. If you want more, join us on our YouTube page. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.